took as many free throws as they did field goals. 29. Did you see him that wrong? I might be seeing that wrong, but they're 19 to 29 from the free throw line, 14 to 29 field goals. So we're physical, they're physical, but when we shoot 12, I thought, but at the same time, you're not going to win very many games shooting 35%. And we shot 35% today. So, but what I'm going to say is these dudes right here, my 4 seniors, and Drew, they bust their ass every day. Excuse the English. And, one team wins in the end, and it's not going to be us. But we battled. We knew it was going to be physical. We knew that what was at stake. They're here for a reason, right? We're here for a reason, and I thought couldn't be more proud of my 4 seniors. This is my first graduating class since I've been at Cueva, and they have busted their tails day in and day out in the weight room and on the court, and it sucks to lose at this point, but it's basketball. It's a game. These seniors are going to go out and do fantastic things in the world, and I hope they learned a little bit from me and from our program.
Chris just went through this a little bit last night. Is there something specific about the way Volcano defends that's problematic for anyone, whether it's you or anyone that plays? Is there something specific about the way they go about doing things that causes headaches for a coach like yourself?
Yeah, they're physical. It is what it is. They're physical, and you can ask them in pregame. We knew it was going to be physical, and we tried to match that physicality. But they've been here. They've been here.
What was the defensive game plan? Honestly, y'all had success. Held them to 24 in the first half and then 25 in the second. What was kind of the mindset going into that one?
The mindset is you got to load up on David. You protect. Don't try not to let him get downhill. He took 17 free throws, 12 of 17. Only took 9 shots. So our game plan was there. And I think if we don't shoot 35%, if some of those threes in the third quarter go down, or some other stuff goes down, I think it's a different ball game. But I thought defensively, Coach Julian put in a fantastic game plan. He's been a godsend to us all year. With toughness and with defensive, but he's also an offensive mind too. So I thought our game plan was spot on.
You have to assume David is going to get his. I was wondering what your thoughts were on the Gonzalez kid. He comes up with 16 and played really well tonight. I don't know if that was sort of an X factor for you. A kid that produced in a way that maybe you did not expect.
Yeah, in the first half, for sure. I don't know what he did in the second half, but yeah, and we knew. He had a game with 7 threes. He wasn't an unknown, but he definitely gave them a little jolt in that second quarter, and then the first half and the second quarter. They kind of got them going in that lead. But they had 2 kids in double digits, and the next highest score was 5. I'll take it. I'll go back and watch the film like I always do. Get ready.
Right, like a kid like P-Tech did not really hurt you tonight. As good a shooter as that's why I was wondering if you thought Gonzalez didn't fill the void, that maybe it was hard to game plan.
Yeah, he was part of our game plan. We knew that he was going to come out. He's been shooting the ball better. He's been playing better. He was definitely a part of the game plan. So he wasn't an unknown. We just had to make some adjustments at halftime, and I think we did.
Hunter, there at the last, I think, 30-ish seconds, you were being subbed out of the game, and it looked like you really wanted to come back in, and then I looked away, but you came back in maybe like 10 seconds later. Was that just more of you wanted to be on that court for every second of the last game?
I had 4 fouls. Coach Julian was trying to drag out my time. Maybe I could get downhill, get an and one, but it was more of just they didn't want me to foul out too soon. Every second matters.
And then for all the seniors, what has it meant to put on that La Cueva uniform all these years?
I wouldn't want to do it with another group of guys. So I'm super proud. this year, but of course, it didn't go our way at the end, but I'm super proud of us.
And Drew, for you, a lot of you were getting face guarded out there, and they were, hassling you the whole time. What was it like, kind of dealing with that, and what was your mindset as the second half came along, and you knew you were going to see a tough matchup throughout the ball game?
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, coming into the game, I knew it was going to happen, but I just got to play better.
And then, coach, just the last thing. I mean, you talked about your first graduating class. I mean, fourth year is the most important year for a head coach who just comes in, seeing if they're buying your culture or not. I mean, it seems like they bought into your culture. I mean, how does that feel as a coach?
I mean, like, it's everything. It's everything. These dudes have backstories that nobody knows. And those backstories are what keeps me going. The loss will keep me up, but what keeps me going is their backstories and, the fact that for the last 4 years, they freaking busted their ass. And it hasn't been easy. We're building a culture. Culture takes time, and these dudes bought into it. And they weren't happy with me at times, and they weren't sure why things were happening, but in the end, they, it's a group that I'm never going to forget. And they're, and I'll tell them they're welcome back anytime. They're a bear. They're a bear forever. And that's, for me as a coach, like, I love competition. I love getting out. I love game prep. I love all of that. But in the end, I love these dudes. And I love everyone and every 15, 16 kids in that locker room I love. And we're going to keep battling. They set the tone the last 4 years, these seniors, for a culture that's going to continue. And the juniors are going to come in and they're going to teach the sophomores. Sophomores are going to teach the freshmen. And that's how you build. And it started with these 4 dudes right here. And I couldn't be more proud as a coach.
Eric, thank you for coming in.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.